Well, welcome to the 25th Cup of Nations in Cairo's International Stadium, with the match between host Egypt and Libya's national football team. The opening ceremony got off to a flying start, literally. They had men, like you can see here, fly into the stadium by kite, each holding the flags of the participating nations. That, incidentally, is the mascot, Crocodile. And a certain Mr. Mubarak officially got things underway under the watchful eyes of the Sphinx. Well, a polystyrene version at any rate. A fabulous opening ceremony. And here are the stars of the show. Well, let's hope for more of that later on. Truly spectacular, an absolutely stunning tournament opener. And this should make things hard for the players to follow. Egypt, who hosted the First Nations Cup in 1957, will want to win this opening match, so we should see some good football action here today. Most of the players are at home in Europe's top clubs, the managers of which certainly don't want their expensive protagonists to come back with broken bones and torn ligaments. But let's see some good football. A good positive start for the home side, but Libya seemed to be compact. At least they were in the first few minutes. The third corner for Egypt came in the 5th minute. But Libya was lucky this time, but the pressure was certainly on from the word go. Nice try there, but a decent bit of defending as well. Now this is where the third corner comes up for Egypt. And are we going to see Egypt going to the lead from the very beginning? No, the danger's gone. And Libya have managed to get the ball away, or have they? Well, that'll give them a brief respite. But now in the 8th, that's a fine cross. And Libya's luck held out just again. But how much longer can the guests hold out here? There's a lot of pace in the game, and the Egyptians are determined to show just what they can do. Now that one was a bit long. But now Egypt put the pressure on even further, and El-Saqua volleyed the ball towards Augustine's goal, which was the first real shot on goal of this match so far, with Ogustine fisting the ball out of harm's reach. Even though Egypt is going all out, Libya is determined to show what they can do too. Still, we have a 0-0 scoreline. And the 5th corner. This comes from Spurs' Mido, who scores a well-taken corner. 9 goals in the English Premiership for Mido, and he's first in the Nations Cup. Egypt are now ahead, and now the stadium is on fire. Libya did all they could, but the inevitable did happen. It's 1-0 for Egypt, thanks to the unbelievable Mido. Lovely, beautiful header there. And one more time, there it is. Lovely, in the back of the net. Zaki is fouled now by Shibani, and the ref, Lazina Pare from Burkina Faso, can only give a yellow card and a free kick from a really good position. Should have been red, he was the last man. Aboutraika executes a lovely free kick, a beautiful shot, no chance for the keeper, and the fans just go bananas. 2-0 for the home side and a very sorry Libyan team. Never mind walk like an Egyptian, they should retitle that song now to Play Like an Egyptian. They may have their critics, but they certainly did the business here. If they carry on like this, they'll build them a pyramid. How do you spell African Nation Cup winners in hieroglyphics? If they manage to stay consistent, they're definitely contenders for the title. Lovely ball. Halfway into the first half, and Egypt is definitely a dominating team. This, though, was given as offside, but I had my doubts. That was Aboutraika. So now we have a change of scene. El-Shibani is about to take a free kick, which almost had Libya back on track. The ball just going wide of the right-hand post. But the guests are in no mood to cast their fate to the wind. Still, the Pharaohs were not about to sit back on their laurels and didn't slack the pace in any way, making life more than hard for the guests, who went into this match, incidentally, as underdogs. A great try now by the Libyans. Daoud volleys straight at the goal, and keeper El-Hadary has to do some work to hold on to the scoreline. This leads to Libya's second corner and proof that they really do mean business. The Libyans, incidentally, are the squad with the least amount of Europe-based players, with just captain Tarek El-Taeb, who earns his money with Gaziantepspor in Turkey. A powerful free kick from El-Saqua in midfield, but Ogustine was wide awake this time. Otherwise, Libya would have been 3-0 down in the first half. In the second half, the Pharaohs built the pressure up even more, looking dangerous on all their set pieces. Ogustine gets some more work to do, but still the scoreline stands at 2-0 for Egypt. The pace taken down a little now, but the Egyptians remain dominant. Libya will have to keep sharp if they don't want to get massacred here. And the home team is sending a definite message to their next two opponents, Ivory Coast and Morocco. Mido and Zaki can spell trouble for the best of them. Oh, a nice bit of wrestling there. Libya seemed to come alive again, though, as El-Taeb came in for Saad. This was a nice try, but whether intentional or not, Rewani was yellow-carded for handball. Egypt had taken the speed out of the game, but they remain totally on top of their game. They may not be going to the World Cup in Germany this year, but they're determined to make their mark. Just what was Ogustine doing? Watching here. There he goes. What was he thinking about? It's football, not boxing. After this bit of Greco-Roman fighting, the ref just had to send him off, and Egypt now have a penalty. Nifty bit of work there, Ogustine. And off goes a sacrifice as well. The Egyptian crowd could smell blood. Montasser to go as a sacrifice for the lost goalkeeper, and Mido couldn't wait to take the ensuing shot from the spot. All eyes on Mido, who runs, shoots, but new goalie Ghazala saves, but Hassan nips it in on the rebound. 3-0 for the home team, and what a start for Egypt's cause in this tournament. Mubarak enjoyed it too. Some worried looks there. And is that enough now? 3-0 it is for the home team at the moment. The crowd just going berserk. And that was enough for the home team, who at no time were really in any doubt or any danger of losing this match. The proud and unbeaten Libyans found their match tonight, and Egypt start their campaign with a rousting 3-0. A fabulous first game, a great opening ceremony, and we have the first 3 goals of this year's Nations Cup.